Tory Lanez's career might be over due to certain enemies he's created in the industry. It's 2020, and Tory Lanez has already had crazy commercial success. He just freed himself from his old label Interscope, with intentions on staying independent and even creating his own record label. This was until he got the phone call from Roc Nation's founder himself, Jay-Z, to pull up to the Roc Nation brunch. There he was spotted with Megan Thee Stallion, having a good time with her at the event, not knowing that 5 years later, this would be the same person that caused his downfall. Many labels around this time were offering Tory multi-million-dollar deals to sign to them, but Tory turned down every single opportunity, even if it meant something life-changing. In the music business, many executives are very resentful towards independent artists, mainly because they think they're more superior due to their positions, therefore wanting a share of whichever artist they scout. So after Tory turned down a life-changing deal for Roc Nation, they went straight to the plot room, waiting for the right moment. And unfortunately, it came. On the night of July 12, 2020, Tory and Megan both attended Kylie Jenner's party in the Hollywood Hills. Around an hour into the party, Megan and her friend Kelsey Harris felt uncomfortable in the setting they were in, so Tory called up his driver and bodyguard to come pick them up, and so he arrived. This is where it gets tricky. Apparently, an argument arose in the car, and the LAPD Hollywood division responded to a call at 4 in the morning regarding shots fired. Lanez was pulled over and was arrested for carrying a concealed firearm inside the car. Megan Thee Stallion was taken to the hospital due to foot injury. Initially, Megan had claimed before going all out on Tory that she stepped in glass, with intentions on resolving this matter privately. She also claimed she had fears of causing more trouble or destroying reputations of any parties, but chances are, there were probably mouths whispering in her ear. This is where the real problem arises. Megan Thee Stallion had an interview in the past talking about how Roc Nation always had her back, no matter the situation.
It just feels like a big family. They're just so intelligent, and I'm learning from the best. I feel like I'm in the right spot, I'm in the right position. I ain't never felt so like safe in a situation where I feel like these people got my back. I just see how much they grind and how much they hustle and how much they let all the talk and whatever else people gotta say just roll off their back. I'll call Jay or Des. Des is the woman who really run shit at Roc Nation. Right. And I'll be like, they saying this about me, they got me fucked up now. And they'll be somewhere on the island like, why you even care about that? You tripping? Like, I'll be like, why the fuck is y'all so cool all the time?
Tory Lanez went public on the matter on Instagram Live, talking about how Roc Nation is forcing him to not talk about his side of the situation with Megan, and how there will be consequences if he does.
I get a call from Roc Nation that says, yo, we heard you're gonna make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't understand what the issue of me telling my fans, like, yo, look, it's not that serious of a deal. I went to jail for whatever. It's like, I didn't get for that 2 days why that was an issue. 2 days later, the TMZ report come out. Now the reports are starting to say, okay, well, everyone's pointing to different things. No one really knows what's happened, but nobody has ever said she got shot. Not TMZ, not the police report at this point. Nothing is saying that she got shot. Soon as she sees herself on video with the bikini and the things like that, and it looks bad, she then comes out and says, yo, the narrative of me getting cut by glass, it's just not true. She doesn't point at nobody or anybody or say anything or anything like that. She just says the narrative that whatever came out of me being cut by glass is not true. I was shot in my feet with the intention to harm me and put harm and danger upon me. Like, all of a sudden, the affiliates of her circle start pointing like little subliminal fingers, like count your days and like I won't be around and you shooting at feet and like little funny things that they start doing. And I'm kind of like, damn, hold on, where are y'all about to take this? Because y'all told me not to make a statement, so I'm trying to figure out where y'all taking me to. I don't get it. She knew she had to do certain sympathetic things, I guess, to push the narrative, and I don't know who told her to do certain things like that, and I'm not the one who's trying to like ever point the finger at anybody. But when it really comes down to it, it's like, you went on live on your birthday, and then you said, on my birthday, and then you said, I got shot in my foot, and it didn't hit no bones or tendons. So everybody's looking at this, and again, the internet is a sick place. This is a place where people don't give a fuck about you. They do what they do, they antagonize, and they do what they do. You go in and you see you get shot in your foot, no bones or tendons. The internet goes into an outrage because some people are like, hold on.
Tory made an album talking about his side of the story with Megan called Daystar, including cryptic messages that Megan and her people were trying to flame him. Tory Lanez's former lawyer, Sean Hawley, has worked with Roc Nation in the past. Tory claims that she halted the DNA test by the forensics experts on the gun he supposedly shot Megan with, for the court system to side with her instead. Tory filed an ethics ethics complaint, saying she's working against him on the low, and even is coming at her for a full refund due to how she moved. Although she has mentioned that she has no connections to Roc Nation in any way, shape, or form, and was loyal to Tory, she still withdrew from Tory's defense team 5 days before he was proven guilty. Megan's friend Kelsey, who was with them during the incident, even testified against Tory for shooting the gun in the first place. In 2023, Tory was sentenced to 10 years in prison. The 3 felony charges being convicted of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having an unregistered loaded firearm in a vehicle, and discharging the firearm with gross negligence. Many people in the industry saw how Megan moved in this case, but even though a lot of big dogs sided with Megan, Tory had all the rappers and a lot of diehard fans on his side. His closest streaming friend, Aiden Ross, has praised him publicly despite what he's going through, even calling him on stream. Rappers like Drake, Meek Mill, and DaBaby sided with Tory, with numerous messages and song lyrics and actual tweets. Tory's dad even chimed in on defending Tory, talking about how biased the justice system acted on him.
I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Roc Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men. And you're still doing it. But I'm telling you, this court system is not for justice. It's about wins and losses, and they do dirty to do whatever they can. Jay-Z, let me speak to you.
He has kids.
Roc Nation!
Yes.
Because my son refused to sign a Roc Nation deal with you.
Yes.
And Desiree Perez, you wicked witch, you snitch!
While Tory was in jail, his engineers found a loophole, a way for him to record music even while in prison, an achievement not many rappers are willing to do. Tory debuted his EP series called Prison Tapes, where he would make songs inside his jail cell and his engineers would mix and master it to sound good. He was on a roll for a couple weeks, until the prison guards raided his cell and took away all his music equipment, leaving him with nothing to express his art. However, something unexpected happened on May 12th, 2025. Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times with injuries to his back, torso, head, and even his face. Both of his lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus but has since recovered after being rushed to the hospital through an airlift, as shown on this Instagram story. The prisoner who stabbed him was already serving life in prison for a previous murder charge. Recently though, lots of new information is coming out, and due to the circumstances that went on in the past, many fans speculate that the stabbing incident was a hit set out on Tory. It's proven here by Tory's legal team. When Megan's legal team got approached that new evidence was coming to light, the hit was set on Tory just days later.
After over 2 years in prison without incident, Tory was stabbed 14 times just days after a major national news outlet reached out to Megan Pete's team, Kelsey Harris, and former DA George Gascon about a story on new evidence in this case. You don't have to believe in conspiracies to see the pattern. When evidence was about to come to light, Tory was nearly killed.
But that's not all, because the bodyguard that was driving Tory and Megan that same night claims Tory did not shoot Megan in the foot, but it was instead Megan's friend Kelsey that was trying to hide it and blame Tory.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Miss Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. There were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or Was it taken? And again, simply not given to the defense.
It turns out that Kelsey had the firearm, but Tory was trying to snap it out of her hands. It even turns out that Tory's DNA evidence was redone, and he is 100% clean when it comes to not touching the gun for malicious purposes. Here's the other problem. Kelsey invoked the Fifth and gained use immunity when she was asked if Tory shot her, therefore making her voice of opinion not used in court at all. Unless she lies under oath and speaks further, is the only way she'll be put away for perjury. Even though Rock Nation publicly mentions that they have no affiliation towards the case, the evidence still stands that they didn't want Tory to strive. There's still hope for Tory to make this a fair trial, with the hopes that it gets to the right judges and jurors.